Fellow Nigerians, with the way elections are being organized in Nigeria now, it is no longer news that the All Progressive Party of Nigeria, APC, with Muhammadu Buhari as president, Adams Oshomole as national chairman, and Ahmed Tinubu as national leader, is now becoming a terrorist organization. Before election, they start by saying that ballot box snatchers will be shot to death in order to scare the opposition and to give them a field day to kill Nigerians and shamefully snatch ballot boxes. The so-called gubernatorial election held in Kogi State on the 16th of November clearly shows that this government is built on lies and blood. 58 Nigerians were killed during Buhari's return to office, and because Nigerians kept silent, the killing is continuing. 9 persons were reportedly killed in Kogi State during this shameful election. This is the same government that promised in their manifesto that they will strengthen INEC and reduce electoral malpractices. They rig and they ask their opponents to go to court because they know that they control the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. 10 billion naira was given to Yahaya Bello before the election in the name of, I don't know what kind of project is that, because they are convinced that definitely will return back to office because they have set the machinery for that. And Nigerian police officers were seen snatching ballot boxes. What can be more shameful than that? You can see how we are destroying what is left of our national image. And you say that Nigerians abroad are disgracing Nigeria. Look at what you are doing there. Government. And it will be funny if the Inspector General of Police thinks that the world believes his story about fake police who came to hijack the election. It is shameful that over 30 police officers and others could not secure an election in such a small state as Kogi. It shows that the police have failed. But you are good at harassing innocent Nigerians just because of the way they dress, the mobile phone that they carry, their hairstyle. You are good at attacking innocent, unarmed protesters on the street that are fighting to improve your life, to improve the lives of your wives who sell firewood and pure water in the barracks. That is what you are good at. Nigerian helicopters spray tear gas to disperse voters. And you call that an election? That was not an election. And all these things are happening because there is order coming from above that go and deliver Kogi State by all means, by every means, whether by blood or by anything. And they say, and they use the word integrity, Mr. Integrity. That was not an election. It was madness in practice. That was a coup against the unarmed citizens of Nigeria and against Kogites. That was terrorism. And the entire result of that state should be cancelled. Because what they do, they foment troubles in areas where they are not popular, snatch ballot boxes, cause confusion. Then the areas where they think they will win, they safeguard those areas. Now you now destroy some areas so that they will declare results from your area. No. Cancel the entire results. That is what we should be doing now in Nigeria. If INEC is serious, the man, Yahaya Bello, did not win an election. He's an electoral thief. And his children will grow up to hear that their father rose to power with the blood of Kogi people. These are the ones you call excellencies. Excellencies. You will not congratulate such a person for winning an election. The videos before, during, and after the election clearly depicts acts of terrorism. And we cannot allow this impunity to continue in Nigeria. It is our silence as a people that have brought us this low. Therefore, we, members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, hereby declare Yahaya Adoza Bello, born 18 June 1975, persona non grata. Whenever we see you abroad, we shall treat you as such. If you are working in Kogi State Government House and you have information of Bello's traveling abroad, please send us an email and we shall meet with him for non-violent questioning. You heard what happened to the governor of Kinshasa when he came to Paris recently for shopping. from the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is an intro. Because some of you leading down Nigeria, you are demons. You are the real principalities and powers that the Bible is talking about. And we cannot deal with you with kids' gloves. Enough is enough. Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us. If you know of any of Bello's children that are schooling abroad, kindly send us an email, show us the address of the school, and we shall protest to the school and make them understand that the tuition fee of such a student is a process of terrorism. What more is terrorism? When you shoot our people, injure others, disenfranchise Kogi people, kidnap electoral officers to secretly thumbprint results, and you burn a woman alive to death in a house while you enjoy with your family. Give money to the families of the deceased. Build houses for them. Pay condolence visits. You cannot be forgiven, no matter what you do. You cannot be forgiven. Their blood is upon your head and that of your immediate family. I'm talking to you, Yahaya Bello. And these are the same ones who are saying we want to use into power in office. 44 years old boy. You don't have the modern managerial power, ability, capacity. If you worked in your first tenure, you don't need to struggle to win a second term in office. The caterpillars you used in grading roads will campaign for you. The hospitals, the schools you built would have campaigned for you. It is not enough that El-Rufai came to kneel down that he should be forgiven. And you open your mouth to say that El-Rufai was saying that you should be forgiven for building roads, for building as how people play with words, how they play with the intelligence of people. So you are the smartest. We have also written to the EU and the US to place travel ban on Yahaya Bello if they are serious about fighting terrorism. Nigerians at home, we must stop accepting these things as normal, and that is why we shall continue to call for civil disobedience where we close everything. We must force the government to follow the rule of law. And Nigeria is in the hands of the National Association of Nigerian Students, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Nigerian Labour Congress, Nigerian Bar Association, and others to begin to organize civil disobedience. When things like this happen, we must react. It's not enough that it happens on Saturday and on Monday, everybody is dressed up, going to work, as if nothing happened. No! Our silence is killing us, and it will not continue.